Hello everyone, and I forgot to do the CCU guide on my last video, so I will go through the ships one more time really quickly for you just in case you didn't see the other video. So these are the Stella Fortuna ships, and we're gonna see if there's some CCUs that you can purchase. Basically some quick upgrades that you can purchase, not necessarily upgrade and apply them to your ship, but you can purchase the upgrade and then hold it and see if some good deals come later. And if there's enough of them, maybe you should purchase them. But for now, we're just gonna go through the ships and then tell you which CCUs to buy, and then you can make that decision yourself of if you want to actually apply them now. So for the ships that we have available, so we have the 400i, the Origin 400i, a nice one person ship. If you really want to, you could operate this ship completely alone and just go and travel. It's kind of like, think of it as like a luxury RV, but like that can do some decent fighting, and that's kind of tanky. You know, it's like if the cutter was multi-crew but also luxury. Well, actually no, it's just an Origin ship. That's awesome. So this is a really fast ship. It's kind of like a mini blockade runner. Think like the Carrack, but like a luxury version of it and much smaller. But yeah, it's a really fast ship. It's a really tanky ship for its size. It can carry an X1. Yeah, it's got a ton of skins for it. Has an X1 that the X1 has its own dedicated bay. Yeah, it's a really cool ship. It's one of the only ships, if not the only ship, with like cooled storage. So I don't know how that's gonna work in the future, but yeah, I think the 400i is a solid ship. I haven't rated it yet, but solid ship. 600i Explorer, one of my favorite ships in the game. It's better than the 400i, I can say that for sure. It's bigger than the 400i though, so if you don't like large ships, this is a large ship. So can carry about 40-50 SCU of cargo. It's going to get I think it's going to get a med bay. I'm not 100% sure, but it's getting reworked, so it's going to have like a lot of extra stuff in it, and I do think it's getting a med bay. So it's going to be like I'm not saying carrot killer anymore, you guys. Every time I say that, you guys get angry at me. It's not going to be a carrot killer anyway. Nothing really is a carrot killer. You know, you guys know I just say that for fun, right? I just say that to, you know. But anyway, it's going to be a competitor to the Carrack. It's a little cheaper. The Carrack, of course, is going to be faster. The Carrack is going to carry way more cargo. But the 600i is kind of like the go-between for like people who think like a Mercury Star Runner doesn't quite do enough Explorer stuff, but a Carrack is way too big, or it's not exactly what I need. I want something a little bit more luxury. So yeah, I think the 600i is it's like the largest ship that I would say is a great daily driver. So that was the Explorer. This is the Touring. The Touring is the luxury, complete luxury model, right? The Explorer model has like the things that you would want to take with you if you're like bringing a crew of people with you to go exploring, whereas this one is, hey, we're just going to the beach, we're gonna go hang out, we're gonna go do something fun. And so it's gonna have more like rooms and stuff for guests and stuff like that. The A2, so this is, I just did a review on this, so you could just go watch the review about that one, but basically it's a bomber. It can carry like 216 SCU. It's got a ton of guns on it, a ton of turrets on it, but they're mostly bottom facing, so don't think that this thing is like just going to be out there fighting. It can fight though. It definitely can fight, but it's more of a ground fighter. The C2, so the current king of internal cargo. This thing can carry, I think, 696 SCU of internal cargo. You can see where the ramp is right there. It's also got some decent guns on it, so it can hold its own in a fight. You're still gonna want some people to come with you. I would say like 2 light fighters and at least one light fighter and one large, defensive ship. So, you could take I would say a fully crewed Redeemer would be a really good protector for pretty much anything. But yeah, C2, king of internal cargo. 696 cargo is a lot. I think it's the second largest you can currently carry in the game. I think the Hull C carries like 4,600 or something like that. But that's external cargo. This one, that's the most internal cargo you can carry. Great for if you go do like missions and stuff where you have to take cargo after you beat whoever it is. The Fury racing ship. I think this one is the, this is not the racing ship. This is the snub fighter. And then this one has the laser repeaters. Then this one, the LX, is the racing ship. So this one has no guns. It's just straight up fast. If I feel like if I bought a racing ship, it might be the Fury LX, just because I love the way it looks. And I like that it can fit inside of everything. But I'm waiting before I buy my racing ship. I'm not really into racing. So if I buy a racing ship, it needs to be that I'm only going to buy one. And I'm not buying it because I'm going to super get into racing. I'm buying it because I just want to be able to do it really well. Like, even though I'm not going to be into racing like that, I want to be able to, like, if somebody like challenges me to a race, I want to be able to just like, yeah, let's go. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think the Fury series is so cheap though that, you know, if you bought one, you can't go wrong. The MX is also a snub fighter, but this one is the missile based. So you get the MX if you like missiles, and you get the regular Fury if you like regular guns. But the Fury has I think it has 2 missiles as well. So it's not that the Fury doesn't come with missiles, but the MX is like all missiles, I think. So that's pretty cool. I think the Fury also has a little bit of armor. You could see there on the front. I think that's either sensors or armor. I think it's actually armor. Then the Hammerhead. They have the Hammerhead for sale. The Hammerhead is the destroy all dogfighters ship. So anytime you need to, you know, defend against a ton of dogfighters, you bring out a Hammerhead. It needs to be fully crewed. If it's not fully crewed, I mean, you could still be dangerous if you have most of the crew, but come on now, if you got a capital ship or a sub cap like this, you need to fully crew that thing. Now, fully crewed does not always mean that you need people. NPCs are coming to the game. AI blades are coming. Those are going to count as crew in the future. But yeah, this is a destroy all fighters type of ship, and it's going to take out pretty much medium and light fighters, unless it's like something that's meant to like punch through, like an Ares Ion or something like that. It can still take on those, but it's going to be a little harder because those things are going to be knocking holes through this thing. The M2 Hercules. So if you watch my review on this one, you will know that this one becomes highly rated. It doesn't have as many guns as the A2, but it carries more than twice as much cargo. It doesn't carry as much cargo as the C2, but it has more guns than the C2. So it's like the nice go-between between the C2 and the A2. So M2, very highly recommend. The Mercury. So I did rate the Mercury. I think I did. No. I think actually one of my next reviews is the Mercury. I think actually that's my next review. No, I have to do the A1s, the A1, C1, and E1, and then I have to do the Mercury. So I won't say too much about this one, but it is an excellent ship. That's all I say. It can carry a few hundred SU of cargo. It's fast. It has smuggling capabilities. It looks amazing. There you go. The Mercury Star Runner. And then the Razor. So I think this is one of the faster ships in the game. It's definitely top 5. So the Razor is an excellent racing ship, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't reviewed these yet, so I don't know which one is faster. The EX, I'm gonna guess, is not, because this one has like stealth capabilities. But since the LX is the fastest for the other Mirai ship, the Fury, I'm gonna assume the LX is the fastest one. So I would say get the LX if you want the fast one. The stealth, this is pretty cool as a stealth ship. I never really thought about getting a stealth ship. I don't think I have a stealth ship. And the EX would kind of be like double in that way if I got one. Maybe I get one. Maybe. They're pretty expensive though, so I might earn one in game. And then you have the Redeemer. I was just talking about this ship. Excellent gun ship, tons of guns. I'm not 100% sure what it costed originally. I think it was $250. But yeah, it's got a ton of guns. You need to fully crew it. I think the full crew capacity is 5. But yeah, if you get 5 people in this thing, it is an incredible defensive ship, offensive ship. You can take out pretty much anything in this thing. Anything, I would say anything sub cap. Nah, I would say probably lower than that. I'd say anything large or below. Anything large or below, you could probably take out with a Redeemer. And if you got some really good shooters with you, though, you can take out anything with anything. The Vanguard Harbinger. So all of the Vanguards must be in here then. The Vanguard Harbinger is the bomber variant. It's also the one with the best guns. It's the one that I tell people to get. Like, if you're not sure which one to get the Harbinger. It's very expensive, though, so just make sure you're ready to drop $290, unless you play the CCU game. Then you have the Vanguard Hoplite. This is the one I tell people to get the least because I think there's better drop ships out there, but this is technically a drop ship boarding vessel version of it. And then the Sentinel, this is the one I tell people to get just as much as the Harbinger. So basically, you get the Harbinger if you need the bomber or if you need the extra guns. You get the Sentinel if you're looking for more command and control, or you want to like disable the opponent, or you need like a base of operations that can fight. You know, that's what I'd say the Sentinel is for. And then the Warden, which is the one I say, why would I get this if I could just get a Harbinger? I just feel like I would get a Harbinger. If I needed a Warden, I would get a Harbinger. Now, this is the fighter version, right? So it's a little different, but I just feel like there's no reason to get it. Like there's either a better ship that's just above it, or there's a better ship that's just below it. And we're back to the 400i. So that's all 19 ships that are available. Let's hop in and see if there's some available CCUs for this thing. All right. So we are at our upgrade machine. Let's see if we can find some CCUs. Oh, nothing under 65. Nothing under 200. Oh, not a lot of CCUs it's looking like. So we got the Mercury. Looks like, whoa, what are we getting? We're getting $20 off the Mercury. Looks like we're getting $20 off the Mercury. I think if you're subscribed, though, you get more than that. I think you get $40 off the Mercury if you're subscribed. So check that. But yeah, looks like you get $20 off of the Mercury Star Runner, which is pretty cool. That's pretty decent. So, you know, you're saving what, 8%, something like that, if you buy a Mercury right now. All right, where were we at? Mercury. So you could get the Mercury for, looks like, $240. And the C2 you can get for $30 off. So you could save 50 bucks on a C2. You could get a C2 for $350 right now. I'm telling you right now, even though you should still hold on to your CCUs, that $50 is already a deal. So even if you never get a better CCU in the future, $350 for a C2 is solid, because the C2 is one of the best ships in the game. Let's see if we have anything more than the C2. Mercury, C2. That is it. That's got to be one of the quicker CCU guides, but pretty much if you don't know how CCUs work, basically any one of these ships you can get for $50 off. You could get the A2 for $700, the Hammerhead for $675, the M2 for $470, the 600i Explorer for $425, the Touring for, you know, basically just take $50 off the price and you can get any of those ships that's above the C2, including the C2, for 50 bucks off. Everything from the Redeemer. Oh, actually, it's not that long of a list. The Redeemer, the Mole, the Aquila, the Harbinger, and the Sentinel, you can get for 20 bucks off, including the Mercury. You can get the Mercury for $20 off. So basically, If you need any of the ships above this, above these CCU options, you can buy the CCU option. So for this one, I'm thinking about prices that most likely will not change. I would probably get a Warden to Mercury, or you can get the 400i is probably not going to go up too much in price either, but 400i to Mercury or Vanguard Warden to Mercury. So let's see how much that would cost. So let's see with the Warden. Oh, you can't get a Warden to Mercury. Oh yeah, they're the same price. So what are we getting? Let's scroll down here. Cutlass Steel? Yeah, I don't think the Cutlass Steel is going to go up in price. So yeah, I think you'd be pretty safe with the Cutlass Steel. So you could get, what is this? A $5 upgrade from so Cutlass Steel to Mercury. That locks in that Mercury Warbond CCU price. $5, and you're locking it in. And then for the other one, let's see. The C2. Let's see what we can get. All right, so for this one, what would I get? I would probably, now the Crucible and Endeavor are definitely going to go up in price. The Glaive's probably not going to go up in price, but you're good luck, you wouldn't be able to get a Glaive. They're extremely difficult to get. The Phoenix is difficult to get. The Gemini's not so difficult to get. Those are best in show editions. Redeemer's probably going to be pretty solid in price, and even if it does go up in price, you're still well below where you need to be. So 370. I don't know. I think I would go. I might go Caterpillar, but Caterpillar might change in price once modularity comes online. Whereas Redeemer, I think, is pretty high already for its price. So yeah, I would go Redeemer to C2 if you're just looking to get a CCU, but that's a $40 CCU. That's a very expensive CCU. Very expensive. So yeah, you gotta really need a CCU this time around for me to even suggest doing that. If you don't really need a CCU, it might actually be time to wait. It might be time to wait. Or you can go Mole. The Mole is always available, but that's what's that? A $60 CCU? I don't know if I'd get that one. I don't know if I would get the C2 Hercules CCU right now. I think you're better off just getting the Mercury one and just sticking to that one. So yeah, that's it for the CCU guide. So I did say I would do 2 videos today, but because I forgot to do this one, that means I'm doing 3 videos today. So that means you're gonna get another video. So yeah, look out for that one. That'll be coming out later. Yeah. All right. I will see y'all later. Deuces. See you in the next one. Peace.